Assalamu alaikum. My name is MohammedHussein Kara, and my topic is education. Of course, I had to be the first one to be picked. Okay, so I'll start. The year was 2017. I had just finished Form 4, and I was confused what to do next. I had no idea what to do. So that's me. A few of my friends were applying to university. A few of them were joining their family businesses. A few of them were studying locally. A few of them were starting new jobs. And because I didn't know what to do, I spent the next 4 months on my bed watching Netflix, all the movies, all the shows. Something I don't regret. Okay? And because of what I did for these 4 months, this is what my mattress looked like. I would only leave my bed to use the toilet, to eat, or to go out if I had to. Naturally, my mom got a little worried, and she took me to meet a career counselor. And when I met this career counselor, the way forward was that I would start an educational course called NCC for business. There's an IT section, there's a business section. So it was November at this time, and I signed up to this specific institution, and they luckily also had a job vacancy at the place. So I was like, I'm learning and I'm earning, sign me up. So I signed up for this, and yeah, that's a picture of me one of these days at work. But I had one problem with this job. It was amazing. It was linked to TRA. I was doing a few back-end TRA things, which I don't know if I can talk about. So I didn't know what to do with my job. I was doing it well. I was working well, but I didn't know if I was doing it the right way, and I was too scared to ask because a week had already passed. So I quit a week later. And this actually is an accurate visual representation of how I quit, because I wrote my resignation on a sticky note. And one day on a lunch break, I left it on my boss's desk, and I left. And he called me after to talk about it, and I explained to him that I have no idea what I'm doing here. I am doing my job well, but I don't know if it excites me. I don't even know if I'm doing my job right, and I was too scared to ask him. Thank God he was kind enough to understand that I was unsettled at the time, and he let me go. So a few things I learned from this. I learned that don't be afraid to ask. Because I didn't ask during this experience, I had to quit. I had a little bit of customer service training, so I learned that. And I also learned don't quit using a sticky note next time. After that, of course, I had a backup plan, because I'm back to square one. I don't know what to do with my life now. So I went to Zanzibar, but it was cloudy the whole time, so I'm still mad about that. And then I went to Iran for about a month. I learned about religion. I went to all these nice places as part of the trip, and I met people from all over the globe. What I learned from this experience was, of course, you spend a month in Iran, you learn a thing about religion. I made friends from all over the globe, and I learned that layer up after visiting a water park, or else you'll get pneumonia again. After that, I decided to go back to school, because again, I spent the last month traveling, and I had no plan after that. So I signed up for school again. That's just a fancy way of saying I joined Ole Miss. I went to Form 5, and I took the most absurd combination that didn't even exist. I did economics, I did geography, and I did accounting, but I made it work. And after that, I took a few online courses. This was around 2019, and one random day I got a DM on my Instagram that said, Salam, I see your work, and if you're available to meet, let's meet on Monday. This person had seen my work and was reaching out to work with me. So the next 2 years after this, I spent doing a job that I loved in advertising. I learned a lot, met a lot of people, made a few connections, employed the knowledge that I learned at school and the course that I did online. And yeah, that was that. 2 years after that, I resigned. And what I learned through all of this was that a lot of us confine education to books, to classrooms, to teachers. Although education is not limited to that. Even during my highs and lows of falling sick, spending 4 months on a bed, finally making the trip, I was learning things. In between them, I was learning things. Every day I was learning things. And this is what a graph looks like for all of us in our lives. You're learning things every day, and that's education. You don't just confine education to classrooms, to teachers, to books. And yeah, that's pretty much it.